Do you ever miss it? And I'm speaking to people who are veterans, who have been retired from the military, police officers, the high stress employment type jobs. Do you ever miss it? Miss the adrenaline? Miss the living on the razor's edge? Miss the structure, the setup, the mindset, and the camaraderie? Do you ever miss those things? Do you ever have a hard time dealing with people who have not been in the military, who are not law enforcement? You have a hard time dealing and understanding the mindset and thinking patterns of people who have never experienced those lifestyles and that way of doing things? Do you ever have a hard time trying to figure out just what the hell goes through their minds sometimes? I know I do. You ever listen to people talk about how they don't pay attention to the news or care what's really going on because it's just all too negative and it brings them down? Whereas I can really understand how they feel. I do understand how depressing the things in the world can be. I always picture in my mind an ostrich sticking its head in the sand, hoping that if it can't see the problem won't see it. And I can't wrap my head around living that way. I can't fathom not being prepared, not being ready at a moment's notice for what the world can throw at you. And as a prepper, survivalist, whatever title you want to throw at it, have you ever just sat and shook your head while watching the news? I'll give you an example. The hurricane that hit Puerto Rico. People were on the news before it hit. Oh, we're just going to ride it out. We're just going to have a big party. And you look at those people and go, how did you ever live to be an adult? How did you ever survive this long with that type of cavalier attitude? And what kind of message are you sending to your children, your grandchildren with that kind of attitude? To not be prepared, to not even take the basic steps necessary to mitigate death. Sometimes when dealing with these types of people and seeing how widespread this type of thought pattern is, and seeing how ill-prepared people really are and how little they want to know and how little effort they are willing to put into their own survival, it can be really depressing. It can be really hard to continue on trying to beat the drum of preparedness, to beat the drum of you need to do this for your own good. It's not helping me if any of you prepare or are preppers. Doesn't help me a bit if a situation happens. But it will help you.